Hello friends, it's Lorian Witch here with your monthly reading for October for all 12 signs. This introduction actually is just going to be the same because I wanted to reach every single one of you and basically say a big huge hug and a big thank you to your consistent support, your comments, your interactions. People on Facebook who've been liking some of my posts, Twitter, which I'm now back on. I did get hacked temporarily, but I'm on Twitter again now, and generally just being awesome people, subscribing, sharing videos. I think I've mentioned in several of the videos that I did not expect as big of an audience, mainly, and resonance with a lot of people. So the fact that you will really connect with me as well as a reader, that means a lot, and I like that you show your support. To my patrons on Patreon, thank you so much as well. Every little helps, honestly. It's really, I'm going to do everything that I can to invest in this channel and hopefully address you more personally in the future and get more tarot decks, get more ways and methods of giving you these messages. And it's a shame that I've not got enough to invest at this point in time myself, but any help that you have is amazing. Also to the people who've asked for readings from me, every time you send me an email and say, you know, that you have resonated with the reading and, you know, the feedback that I get, and you tell me, you know, where you feel that the reading has taken you and the messages, it just validates a lot of what I do, and it keeps me really on a higher vibration. I didn't anticipate that this beginning was going to be so rambly and full of love. However, I'm very pleased that it is. It's probably because Mercury's in Libra right now or something, I don't know. But yes, I really enjoy talking to all of you, and thank you so much. Details of how to get in touch with me for a reading: I do Skype now, and video and email. I also do customised readings, so if you don't see anything that you feel suits you, do ask me via email and let me know. Facebook, message me if you need to, connect with me on there. I'm not just a reader on the side of the screen. I am here trying to connect with every one of you. If I could come and give you a high five and do a personal reading for every single one of you, I probably would. But yeah, just thank you so much, and check out the ways to contact me. They'll also be at the end of your reading as well. It does apply to your sun, rising and moon sign. I think if I was to get into any other planet, it might be a little bit of a shaky thing there, but hopefully September will has been good to you, and we're now going into October. Very looking forward to seeing what holds for you. So let's get to your monthly sign reading. Hello beautiful Aquarius, thank you for tuning in for your October reading in 2015. We're using the Truth Seekers Tarot for October, which is by David Fontana. The reason being, it is the month of an air sign, and my mother's cards are this deck, and she's an air sign, so I thought let's have a look and see what an air sign user's cards have to say for you. And the oracle cards are the Energy Oracle cards by Sandra Ann Taylor. So let me take a look and see what's going on for you. Well, when I actually was putting the cards down, you know, it's one card is per 1 week of October, and then we have the Oracle card giving the general feel of the month. When I was putting the cards down for you, it was, I almost had to say, oh, look at you. Look at you, Aquarius, because it's a very strong sense of evolution, if I can get my words out. I do apologise, I do have a little bit of a hay fever today, but it's almost a sense of understanding the movement as to how you can get from point A to B, how you can transform from 1 week to the next, and keep up appearances, keep up your energies, keep up the various stages. And the Oracle card don't get too preoccupied with that, because I'll get to that in just a second. The messages that I get from it is not just a case of you're going to be opening a channel for the romance to come in and that's it. There is more work to do there. So I'm just going to have a look at the first week, which is the Ace of Swords. Now this is normally well, it is actually normally a new beginning from separation. But in this deck, I'm really drawn to the fact that you seem to be knocking at the door of opportunity. So you are going to face a new beginning, you are going to be enjoying this new time, you are going to be moving forwards into something that I believe you will take a lot of enjoyment out of. But at the same time, it feels like you have to maybe show your authority at this gate to be let through. You have to hold your own in order to be pushed forwards and understand, you know, where you can make your voice heard. I do believe this is a card of communication and also intellect, using your wit to get through to the other side. As you can see, the grass looks a little bit greener on the other side, and that's sometimes dangerous thinking. But I don't see this as a bad card. I see this as really moving yourself into something, new territory, and you're going to enjoy this new beginning in whatever it is you're going forwards. I don't see this as a physical house move necessarily, but I do see this as you actually getting somewhere that you wanted to be and making your... Let me see if I can... because the images here do match up, but not what I'm getting through. So you're moving into something which is very strong, like a stronghold. You're moving into a safer place where you can actually entertain your ideas. You can entertain the wonder as to what's coming through for you. I do believe that you are going to be feeling a lot of nature around you. There may be actually a call coming through to ground yourself in that way and ask you to trust nature. Nature's unpredictable at the best of times, but in this week, I believe if you wanted to get where you want to be, trust nature. Maybe see if you can actually hug a tree if it brings it, you know, if it brings you that grounded feeling. Even walking barefoot in the grass, and I know it's quite, you know, in the northern hemisphere, it's getting a bit dark and wet and damp now. But if you can manage it, do try and go forwards and see if you can make a connection with nature, because this seems to be opening up a lot of avenues for you. And the separation thing, I do feel you are going to be entering a different phase. It's always hard to say goodbye to the old person that you once were, because you're never going to be that person again. You are always going to carry a different edge, a different set of lessons and knowledge. So you are evolving, you are moving away from whatever situation had hold of you, and I believe this has a lot to do with Saturn moving signs. So the first week of October, you've got the energy of the lunar eclipse coming in, the blood moon, the beautiful moon in Libra. So this is actually going to be pushing you into this week with a lot of sense of yeah, I know I want to go now. It's just a very good feeling that I get from it, even though it may take a few tries or a few tricks to get there. New way of thinking, new way of looking at things. You're crossing the border now. Now in the second week, the Eight of Swords, this I believe points to a sense of understanding and unity within yourself. Sometimes, yes, it can mean that you are caught in a tiz. I mean, certainly here the swords are all on this barbed wire or this thorned wire in the picture here, and it does actually show the guards in the background keeping watch to make sure that it doesn't actually do anything it shouldn't. So I feel like you've made this change, but you may be feeling somebody's watching you in a way. Somebody could be taking a little bit of a jealous vibe. That's what I feel. Somebody's not happy with the amount of stuff you've been able to achieve. Somebody has not been forthcoming with their own truth, and because you've actually gone through a transformation of truth yourself, this could get you down. This could make you feel like you're trapped in something of your own doing, but this is not actually going to stay the case for long, because I do see in the Six of Pentacles and also the Queen of Swords that you come back fighting, so don't worry about that. The second week is just a dip. It's the nervous energy of, oh, this change, I'm not sure about it. So keep going as you are. That's the only message that I get for the second week. Keep going as you are. In the third, we have the Six of Pentacles, and this shows to me a very prosperous time. I mean, your finances could go up, or they could go down, represented by the arrows in the centre here. So it's a case of balancing and making sure that you're giving as much as you're getting, and understanding the quid pro quo area of life here. It's almost like a scratch your back, I'll scratch, or you scratch mine. It's a very delicate balance, a delicate time. You may be making some agreements with other people. I feel as well that there's a few who may want your attention. If you feel like you don't want to give them attention, don't bother. And also there's something about the past coming back here. Normally the Six of Pentacles, it has this kind of giving and taking, but I feel like the Six of Cups is coming into this, because it's a case of nostalgia here. So you may actually be having another look at maybe something that you did in the past that you want to correct now. In the case of charity, giving back, making something work for another person. Rounding off with the Queen of Swords in the fourth week, well, you come back fighting, don't you? Look at this. I think this is what actually made me go, oh, look at you. Because it's just this kind of, whether you're male, female, anywhere in between, I don't really feel like you have to worry so much this month. This lady in this card shows you the fighting spirit. If somebody has done you wrong, or if you feel like you need to make great headway now by cutting through any, adversities there, you need to really make your way through this maze of complication, or people getting in your way, watching you, you're not sure, all this red tape. I think that's you cutting through red tape, to be honest. Getting it done, you want to get moving, you want to get focused, you want to, resume your energies, and this is your transformation. You got the door here with the sword on the left hand side of the screen. You're actually beginning there, and then you're actually able to take up the sword and use it for what you need to do. This is all about evolution. Actually, it plays a story if you look at it. So on the left hand side we have the Ace of Swords. The sword is there waiting for you to pick it up and go into this chamber. The Eight of Swords, and this is where you learn or find out which is your personal sword, which is your sword of truth. Can you make things work? Have you made the right decision? Maybe under a watchful eye you make that choice. Then I believe you're sent out into the wild a little bit. You have to make amends, you have to meet people, make connections. You may have to look at things from the past to understand how to utilise it in the present, that kind of feeling in the Six of Pentacles. And then here we have you emerging from that forest of the Six of Pentacles, wielding your sword that you have chosen, victorious and ready to kick butt and take some names. So it's a very strong feel that I'm getting here for a lot of prosperous unity, individuality. You are, again, I keep saying it, but you are the rebel of the zodiac, and I feel like you're going to have this sort of pioneering spirit that's coming through here with regards to something that maybe other people don't understand about you, but you're going to show it now. You're going to explain it by your actions rather than words. And we also have the door to romance as the overall feeling. This could be self-love, even, partnership, friendships, business. But the key is right there, and I feel you're able now to unlock something within yourself. The romance thing, I don't feel it for this month for you, but I feel the imagery here is definitely something that matches, because we've got the door here, we've got Queen of Swords kicking down some things and, moving forward with communication. It's a lot of swift action that's actually going to burst open the door to self-fulfillment, romancing yourself, entertaining ideas that you have had yourself. It's all about the self this month, and the unions that you can create with other people to push and make headway now. So it's very good, very strong. I am liking what I'm seeing for you, Aquarius. I know a few of you, and from what I understand, this may be needed in October. But I do hope, if you're watching this in September, that September's being good for you, because this is a psychic explosion month. And if you're watching this in October, I do hope that you're already seeing the manifestations of this coming through. If you want me to take a look into anything personal, a personal question, or just a general outlook for you, take a look at my website. I've got a few options on there, or you can email me and I'll arrange something, a personal reading with you. You can also support me on Patreon for the continued improvement of this site. I do hope to get out of doing these readings on an iPhone eventually. So hopefully that will work out towards the end of the year maybe. And thank you so much to everybody who's decided to support me on Patreon first of all. Also, if you just want to subscribe, comment, get in touch on Facebook, Twitter, whatever you want to, however you want to communicate, that would be absolutely perfect. I always love to hear from you, as I say. So if you can't support me on Patreon, if you don't really want a reading and this is enough for you, absolutely wonderful. This is the reason that I took onto YouTube in the first place, to get this message out for free so that people could benefit from a reading to guide them. So just to give those options out there and let you know that there's a lot of universal love, not just from me, but from a lot of other sources, both seen and unseen, that seems to be coming round for you. I'll be interested to see what's happening in November with all this psychic energy, but in the meantime, just pay attention to how you're feeling and how you're being the pioneer of your own life in October. And I do look forward to reading for you soon. Keep up the faith, Aquarius, and take care of yourself.